Okay, so we have 7.4 homework. And for these, you're just using Pythagorean Theorem. So let's look at, say, number 4. So how would you do that? You say 6 squared plus 6 squared equals square root of 27 squared plus question mark squared. So 36 equals 27 squared is 27 plus question mark squared. So subtract 27 from both sides and you'd have 9 equals our question mark squared. So take square root of both sides and you'd say 3 equals question mark. So 3 squared, 9 plus 27 squared. Squared radical 27 squared 27 equals that. And we want to see proportionality. So let's look at number 5 about proportionality. So we have a times 3 relationship here. Okay, so then we'd have a 2 times 3 and a square root of 29 times 3 relationship there. Okay, so working off this idea of having two transversals form parallel lines form similar triangles for us. Want to write some equal ratios. And so if we look at 8, you might say, well, in green, we say this section to this section. Okay, so the right hand left of the small triangle should equal, well, this section to this section, for example. Or you could say this section to this section should equal the next side, part of the side or the whole side. So in 9, you have a proportion, right? And so you could say 5 to 2 equals 6.5 to n. And so that's just using that same idea. Okay, so these are fairly simple ones to do. Okay, so you're going to see on the EOC, there'll be a question like this. Can remember seeing one like this. So we say, okay, we've got these similar triangles created by, and so what we want to do then is say, try and figure out how far it is across, what if we wanted to cross here? Could we figure that out? And we can't measure that, right? We're sitting on, one side or the other. So let's say that you're, well, okay, so what you really want to do is you'd like to be able to figure out how to measure how far it is across. And the question is, can you do that? Can you do that without knowing either of these two segments or this segment? And I'm not sure either looking at that. So we don't know the similarity, but that's a question I've got in my mind too. So I'm going to look that up on the homework video and see. All right, and then finally, remember slope. So slope is rise over run. So for example, up 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that seems to be 2 over 4, 1 over 2. But you could also, well, let's do it in green, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we expect to have 10 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so, all right.